Hey, Sean Jantz here, and what I want to do is I just want to quickly show you a trade that I made today and kind of show you the anatomy of the trade, right? How I made it, why I made it, and why it was so good, and how you can duplicate this stuff, and you got to understand how to make your trades. And so what I want to show here, this is the slash YM, or the Dow Jones Industrial, right? And so this is a 15-day, 15-minute plot chart. And you can see here, right here, that price basically started right here today. So this is Friday's trading day. Price started right there. And it was kind of a runaway bull market, right? So I didn't end up buying, but what I did is I caught the sell trigger, and I'm going to teach you how to find when charts get exhausted and then how to sell after a runaway bull. Now where and how do we sell the runaway bull market, and how do we know when to sell it? And I'm going to show you that right now. So the first thing we needed to do is we first need to find structure to the upside. We got to find out where do we want to even be looking for sell triggers. The first spot what you do is you're looking for zones on the chart where you want to be looking for triggers. So the first zone that I see, I would have started from right here, or I did start from right here, and you can kind of see all of that resistance. Let me show you that. So you got resistance there, lots of just consolidation, and then a breakout, but then of course we had resistance, resistance, resistance. So that would have been my first zone. Second zone, which is the zone that held, would have been this right here. So you start here, right here at the highs, and then go ahead and drag that over, right? So we had all-time highs right there, then we had resistance right there, and then that would have been the second zone to look for. So how do we know which zone to sell? So now that we've gotten our structure, we know exactly where we want to be looking for our triggers. Now we go find the trigger. What we do is we go to the 1 minute chart. Okay, so let me highlight this for you. So here's what happened. Okay, price kind of opened down here, and there's kind of a runaway. And what we're looking for is we're looking for higher lows, lower highs, right? Lower highs, all this other stuff, and we're gonna find when the chart basically gets exhausted, and then as soon as it's exhausted, then we're gonna look to try and sell it. And I sold some in the money binaries. I'm gonna show you that now and how I did it. So here we go. Price makes its way up. Okay, then notice how right here it goes. That's a higher low, right? Then we go a new higher high, a new higher low, a new higher high, a new higher low. So bulls are still massively in control of this chart, right? We're not looking to sell nothing yet. Continue going higher. New higher high, a new higher low, another new higher high, and then we get another higher low. But then finally things make a change. Now we form a new lower low, our very first one. So okay, now we're on the defense of like, okay, probably this chart is basically, and notice where we're coming into. We're coming right into that zone we just highlighted. So we're getting extra confirmation that these bulls are eventually they're probably steamed out. Okay, we had higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Then we start forming a lower low, and then right there, check that out. Now we're in a lower high. Now that's confirming to us that these bulls are roughly done, right? I'm not saying this is 100% of the time, but I'm showing you this is how I enter my sell trades. Is I find eventually when the chart has started forming lower highs and lower lows, then I know it's more than likely safer to enter than if I were to enter on higher highs and higher lows. So I sold the 1950 daily, and let's look at that real quick together. So you can see here I sold the 19,950 daily for 22. So as an in the money daily binary, I just thought that price was not going to go up above 19,950, right? Because the bulls have been losing steam, and we knew that because of the lower highs that it was forming. And look when I entered. I entered at 1346. Okay, so we go and look at my entry time. And go ahead and take these off for right now. And let's zoom into 1346. Of exactly where I entered. So 1346 was right there. So I noticed that we're higher highs, right? Then all of a sudden, look at that. There's our first lower high right there. I could have entered there, but I missed it. Then we go down and form a new lower low. So see, our low is right there, and then we formed a new lower low. So now I'm really like, okay, these bears are finally here to play. And then they retrace back up, and we get another higher lower high, and that's where I entered, and we just fuddled the rest of the day. And the bulls, obviously you can see, lost their steam, and I sold that white line 19,950. All I needed to do to make money today was stay below the 19,950, and I knew that the bulls had lost their steam because I saw the reversals in the 1 minute chart. So you find your spots from the 15, and then you go to your 1 minute chart and you time your entries based off of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so that's how you sell, and it's pretty simple. It gets even better because when you come and trade with me, you'll be able to get in on these things with me. If we go to the Wall Street 30 chart for today, here I am. I'm saying, hey, YM, this is at 11:05, right before I entered the trade. It says, hey, YM probably has, and I'm highlighting it for you too. I'm like, hey, you need to be ready, looking to and sell this trade. Sell this chart, right? So I'm always here kind of alerting you of this stuff so that you can get in on this stuff with me. I know you probably don't have a lot of screens like I do, or you're probably busy. So I'll be looking for a lot of these opportunities for you. You know, I said getting some weakness here, and then I even highlighted the 1 minute lower highs. I'm like, let's rock and roll, right? So in the chat room, you can get in on this stuff with me. So comment if you have any questions, and reach out to me or Ryan Smith.